Hey guys, Brett Boyd here. Welcome to another installment of Testimonies in Fun Places. Yep, I'm on a piano. And got a good one for you today. So, this one goes back a bunch of years to when I was 16, 3 years ago. And no, not really. But this was a time when I had no idea about church, no idea about Jesus. My identity was wrapped up in being a musician. I played the trumpet, the piano, some other instruments, and I sang. And I really thought that my life was going to be that of a full-time musician, and that was going to be it. And I was satisfied with that at the time. I was a sophomore in high school. I had taken a vacation with a friend of mine to New Orleans, Louisiana. I thought as a jazz musician, that's kind of the epitome of my musical aspirations, was to be in a place like that where there's beautiful music on the street corners, and I mean, people played on the streets for a living, and it was just there was so much soul there. So we went, had a great time, and one afternoon, we're strolling through an area called Jackson Square, and there's an old big cathedral there. And we encountered a homeless woman who, our encounter just changed my life. Met this woman, she was out of her mind, she was, really lost, really smelly, just really bad off. And we encountered her and we gave her some money. And what was interesting is the minute we exchanged the money, the atmosphere changed, the air changed, something happened, and now I know the Holy Spirit came upon us, and it was really powerful. We all began to weep, which was very interesting. She was weeping, I was weeping, my friend was weeping, and we all hugged each other. And she asked me if I was saved, and I didn't know what that meant. I said, I think so. I mean, I didn't want to answer wrong. And she began to tell us about Jesus. And mind you, I'm this little dorky, white boy in New Orleans, where most of the musicians play for a living, and here they see some kid coming in their territory playing on the street. There were some people that didn't welcome us very, very much over there, and I, was very chubby. There was nothing good looking about me. I was very just. And so she looks at me and she says, "You're going to be a preacher." And I didn't know. I thought, what is this woman saying? Doesn't she know that I'm going to be a famous musician? And it was just amazing because she's telling me stuff about what's going to happen in my future. She's telling my friend the same stuff. I didn't know what that even was. Turns out that's called prophecy. And she was very lucid when she's telling us this stuff. And we were all just so emotional because you could just tell that something shifted, and you felt like God was just there. And I felt that even then. I just didn't know why I felt that way. And so she prophesied over us, and I kind of forget how it ended, but the next day we're in town and we see her again, and we were all excited. We went over to see her, say hi, and she had no idea who we were. No idea, and she was out of her mind again. And it was really sad, but at the same time it was beautiful that God opened up that portal, so to speak, for that short period of time, and spoke into our lives, and it was just amazing. And I'll never forget that. And like I said, that was at a time when I had no grid for faith at all. I did believe there was something out there, I just had no idea what. And it wasn't until 3.5 years later that I ended up getting saved. And for quite a while, I had believed that prophecy couldn't be fulfilled. I couldn't become a preacher unless I was a pastor. And that's not true. Turns out that much of my life since then, my life has been a literal testimony for lots of people to see the goodness of God. And but now literally I go out and I preach about Jesus, and I preach the good news of the gospel to people. I see people get healed and saved, born again, baptized. It's unbelievable. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And to think that all the way back then, before I even knew God, he knew me, and he loved me, and he spoke into my life, and now it's all coming to fruition. So just try to look back on your life and see the fingerprints of God, because I promise you, they are all over your life, and it's just more fun when you expect to see him show up and do stuff in your life. So hope you enjoyed that. Be blessed, and sorry you have to see me like this. God bless you guys. Bye. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Someone help me. Oh, there's no one here. Okay. Oh, yeah.